Social media has this incredible ability to ruin a day that had absolutely nothing to do with. You could be having a completely decent day. You cleaned your room, replied to the message you'd been ignoring, you even took the empty glasses off your desk. I mean, you are basically thriving. But then, you open TikTok for what's supposed to be 5 minutes, and the first video is somebody your age traveling around Italy. The second is a 17-year-old explaining how he became a millionaire by so-called locking in. And the third is a room makeover where someone's bedroom goes from already nicer than yours to looking like a 5-star hotel. Now, you look around your own room, see the chair covered in clothes, and suddenly you feel like you failed as a person. You just saw someone else's, and now yours feels worse. That is such a strange power to give an app I mainly use to watch people fall over. And I've been thinking about this, because I don't think social media only makes us jealous. I think it's done something slightly weirder. It has made being normal feel embarrassing. You can't just have a normal bedroom anymore. It needs an aesthetic. Your bedsheets need to match your walls need to match your desk needs a one tiny lamp that provides absolutely no useful light, but apparently it creates a so-called vibe. And you need plants, so many plants. Every room online has at least 6 plants, even though nobody I know has successfully kept one alive for longer than a month. My room has one chair, whose only purpose is holding clothes that are too clean for the floor but not clean enough for the wardrobe. That's the system. I understand the system. The chair understands the system, but if you show that chair online, people will probably start recommending mental health resources. The same thing has happened to mornings. Apparently, people don't just wake up anymore, they rise. They open their curtains, drink lemon water, write in a journal, and stare peacefully out of the window as sunlight gently touches their face. When I open my curtains in the morning, it's usually because my room is dark and I walked into something. And why does everyone online wake up looking completely normal? Whenever I wake up, it takes my face at least 40 minutes to load in properly. I saw one morning routine video where somebody woke up at 5, made their bed, went running, showered, read a book, cooked breakfast, and planned their entire week. By the time I wake up, this person has already completed a full character arc. And look, there's nothing wrong with being productive, good for them, right? But after seeing enough videos like that, having a normal morning starts feeling lazy. You wake up at 8 and think you're behind. Behind who? The sun? Why are we competing with sunrise? Weekends have become the same. You can have a relaxing weekend, play some games, watch something, maybe talk to a friend, and genuinely enjoy yourself. Then Sunday night arrives and you see everyone's stories. One person went to a party, someone went on a trip, a group of people had dinner somewhere expensive. Now your relaxing weekend suddenly feels like you wasted it. 5 minutes ago, you were happy. Now you're lying in bed thinking, damn, is everybody living except me? No. Most people were probably at home too. They just didn't post a picture of themselves eating leftovers and watching YouTube for hours. Nobody uploads a story saying, another successful evening of doing basically nothing. Although, honestly, I would respect it. The problem is that your feed isn't showing you an average person's complete life. It's showing you the most interesting moment from thousands of different lives. You see the person with the nicest room, then the person with the best relationship, then the person with the most money, then the person with the biggest friend group, and then the person who goes to the gym every day and somehow enjoys it. Your brain takes all of these completely different people and combines them into one imaginary person who has everything. This person is rich, attractive, productive, constantly traveling, deeply in love, surrounded by friends, and still has enough free time to make breakfast look cinematic. Of course you feel behind. You've invented a human being using the best parts of everybody on the internet. That person does not exist. And if they do exist, I don't want to meet them. They make me feel terrible. This is also why knowing that social media is fake doesn't completely fix the problem. Because most of it isn't technically fake. The holiday happened, the relationship exists. The room really is that clean, at least in the part facing the camera. What you're seeing is real. It's just aggressively selected. It's somebody's life with all the loading screens removed. You don't see the argument that happened before the couple took their picture. You don't see the 70 attempts before someone chose their selfie. You don't see the depth behind the expensive purchase. You don't see someone travel to a beautiful place and then spend most of the trip stressed, tired, or trying to find Wi-Fi. You only see the sunset. And because you only see the sunset, you assume the entire day looked like that. Meanwhile, you experience every second of your own life. You experience the awkward conversations, the boring afternoons, the bad pictures, and those random days where everything feels slightly off for no obvious reason. You're comparing their trailer to your unedited footage. Obviously, the trailer has better pacing, and then there's the feeling that everybody is ahead of you. This one might be the worst. There is always someone younger than you doing something you haven't done. A teenager running a business, someone buying their first house, somebody getting into a relationship, somebody getting in shape, someone apparently retiring at 23. I haven't even decided what I want for lunch, and this guy has achieved financial freedom. But social media never shows you a clear starting point. You don't know how much help somebody received, how long they've been working, what they sacrificed, or whether they're even telling the truth. You're just shown the result and expected to compare it with wherever you currently are. That's like creating a new Minecraft world, watching somebody defeat the Ender Dragon in 12 minutes and immediately deciding you're bad at the game because you're still looking for sheep. Relax. You spawned 6 minutes ago. You don't even have a bed. And life doesn't have one objective anyway. In Minecraft, maybe you want to beat the game, maybe you want to build. Maybe you just walk around stealing food from villages and pretending you earned it. Everyone plays differently. But online, it feels like there's one massive leaderboard. Money, appearance, friends, relationships, experiences. And somehow, no matter what you do, there's always someone above you. You improve your room and see a better one. You start working out and see somebody stronger. You save money and see someone richer. You build a nice house and YouTube recommends a person who recreated the entire country of Denmark block by block. Your achievement didn't become smaller. Your screen just showed you something bigger. And I think that's an important difference, because if every accomplishment is immediately followed by something more impressive, you never get to feel proud. You only get to feel late. But late for what? There is no meeting, nobody knows what you're doing. Some people are just better at taking pictures while they figure it out. And the weirdest part is that social media doesn't only change how we remember things, it changes how we experience them while they're happening. You can be somewhere beautiful, but instead of enjoying it, you're thinking about how to post it. You take a picture, you don't like it. You take another one. Someone walks into the background, now the lighting looks bad. 40 pictures later, you finally get the one that looks natural. Nothing says, I'm living in the moment, like spending 20 minutes trying to recreate the moment. Birthdays can feel disappointing, because you didn't get good enough pictures. A fun day can feel forgettable, because nobody posted it. You can generally enjoy your clothes, until you see somebody wearing something better. At some point, did I enjoy this? Became, did this look like I enjoyed it? That's a horrible trait. You basically become the unpaid social media manager for your own life. Always thinking about presentation, always checking the numbers, always trying to conceive people, most of whom are barely paying attention. That something interesting is happening. You can spend an hour choosing a picture for somebody who will look at it for a second while sitting on the toilet. Why are we trying to impress this person? They are not even fully present. To be fair, we all help create the problem. If you take 10 pictures and only one looks good, you post a good one, obviously. Nobody uploads the picture where they blinked and their face somehow became a completely different shape. If you had a bad day, but one nice thing happened, you might post a nice thing. So everybody hides the boring and difficult parts of their life, shares their best parts, then opens the app and wonders why everyone else seems happier. We are all accidentally lying to each other and then getting insecure because we believe everyone else's lie. That might be the most human part of all this. Nobody sat down and planned it. We just naturally want people to see us doing well. But when millions of people do that in the same place, normal life disappears. Normal people are still there, they're not just posting. Quiet happiness is almost invisible online. Having a calm day doesn't create content. Being comfortable in your relationship doesn't always create content. Having 3 close friends instead of a massive group doesn't create content. Eating something nice, laughing at something stupid, and going to bed feeling okay doesn't create content. But that can still be a good life. Honestly, a life where nothing dramatic happens most days sounds kind of perfect. Imagine waking up without somebody exposing you in a 47-part TikTok series. Peace. Real success. And I'm not saying you need to delete every app, destroy your phone, and move into the forest. People always take it that far. It is like one thing about social media. Okay, go live in a cabin and make your own soap. No, I like the internet. The internet is funny, it's useful. It lets me talk about social media or Minecraft gameplay, which is a sentence that would have killed a Victorian child. You don't need to disappear from the internet. You just need to stop letting it create your life. A feed is entertainment. It isn't a scoreboard. You're allowed to have a small room. You're allowed to repeat clothes. You are allowed to spend the weekend doing nothing impressive. You can enjoy drawing without selling your art. You can play games without becoming a streamer. You can exercise without documenting the transformation. You can cook something without filming it from above. And you can clean your room without calling it a Sunday reset. Although, to be honest, calling it a reset does make taking 3 cups downstairs feel like a personal development. Not every moment needs to become content. Not every hobby needs to become income. And not every day needs to become evidence that you're living correctly. Most of your life will be normal. That isn't a failure. That is literally what life is. The walk home, the stupid conversations, eating with your family, sitting in a call with a friend while neither of you says anything, staying up too late, playing a game you'll probably regret starting. Those moments may never appear on a profile, but they're still yours. So if you ever open social media feeling fine and close it feeling like everyone is ahead of you, remember, you're watching thousands of people's best moments while experiencing every moment of your own. That comparison was never fair. Maybe your life doesn't need to become more impressive. Maybe you just need fewer strangers convincing you that normal isn't enough. Anyway, what completely normal thing has social media made you feel embarrassed about? I think for me, it's probably my room, but the clothing chair stays. That chair has supported me more than most people.